And how old's your first?
She's 2.
Okay.
So this would be a little too old for her, but I always tend to buy toys that are too old for her because I'm like, that'd be so good.
We can do it together. The role model. All right, well, who would like to begin?
I'll start.
You'll start, okay.
So I have 2 toys here. I have the It's a Match set with the extra book. And this one's really cool because you pick an activity page and then you slide it in here and it like locks the book in. And then what you do is these little tiles come off and you match. So like on this one, you match the real photo with a drawing, like a cartoony sort of picture of the same thing. And then you put those little tiles on there, and then to check your answers, you pull this down, and if the colors
That's so great.
match,
Oh, that's cute.
then you did it right. Which I'm like, that's so cool.
There's no, mommy, can you check my work? It's like they can learn to self-correct.
And so I've actually done almost this entire book already.
What were some of the activities, do you remember?
There were, like you match, like the top row would be like the front half of animals and objects, and then the second row is the back half. So like you match the front of the cow with the back of the cow, or one of the first ones I did was shadows. So it was like the top row was animals, and then the next row was like the silhouette of the animal, so you had to match the animal to its shadow, which was really cool. And then the Think It Through tiles, this one works sort of similarly. It has these tiles that have numbers on them, and the blue plate has letters. And what you do is you open the book, and the one I did is sentence sense. So it says, use the words in the answer box to make complete sentences. Use the picture clues to help. So this one is obviously somebody who's jumping up in the air. So then you look down in the word, the answer box here, and I'm like, okay, well, it's not an elephant, it's not a dog. So the other noun would be a boy. So the sentence comes to, the boy jumps high. So the has an L on it. So I put my number 1 on the letter L, and so on. And I go through and I do the 4 sentences. And then to check your answers, you close this, tip it over, and it makes a pattern. And if this pattern matches this pattern, then you've done it correctly. And I know that, I haven't looked at all of them, but I know that there are several different books with different types of activities and subject areas.
Fabulous, great job, yay! She's a pro already. And that's what I say is the best training, is to start playing with the toys and reading the directions and getting to know them with your own family. That Think It Through tile system, over the summer months, when I do my summer parties, I say keep your children's skills sharp with something unique and different from what they experienced in school all year, because the themes are your reading, your math, and your science content. And you can get little workbooks that work with the tile box, and they go from ages 4 all the way up to age 12. And I've actually had teachers use them as a center, a literacy center, or in a gifted program for children with giftedness, and for children with English as a second language or autism. It's a nice activity that allows a parent to say, oh my gosh, my child does know stuff, even though they can't verbally communicate it, cognitively they get it, and it's been really rewarding. The It's a Match can be bought by itself, the tile and your booklet set, or when people host a party, they can buy the complete set as their half-price choice item. So if you like that concept of sort of daily practice that's sort of different and novel, it makes a really nice investment. Then It's a Match is on page 35, and certainly feel free to use your wish list to write down names of toys as you hear them, or flip to the page along with me. It actually comes, the tile box and 2 booklets, and then you can add on a 3rd booklet. And so the first 2 booklets focus on those literacy skills, early numeracy, so patterning, sequencing, observational skills. The 3rd booklet is a little bit more math oriented, and it's appropriate for ages 3 and above. Okay. Great job, thanks, Kenny.
I bet it's a great travel thing,
Oh, yeah.
you know, because it doesn't take up that much room.
Yeah, and on the red one, can you hold the red box up for me? The back side of it, there is a little row in which you can place your tiles.
Where,
Yeah.
I was like, do I get a baggie to put those in?
Yeah,
Oh,
they all lock in.
Oh,
So again,
nice.
you're not losing your parts, okay? But, just so you know, we have replacement pieces for a good majority of our lines. So should you lose a piece, like I have a lady in El Paso call me the other day, she homeschools her children. She's lost a tile, and so she was able to order a whole new set of tiles to always have a good working toy. The other benefit of our company is when you buy from us, you get a lifetime warranty to your purchase. It's 30 days on our books and CDs, but lifetime on the normal wear and tear and play of your toy. So we really put the value in the product.
And for Emily, how does the return policy work?
Return policy is hassle-free. Basically, they don't need to send they don't need a receipt, they don't need to return the product. They just need to call Kelly and say, hey Kelly, 2 or 5 of my tubes in my marble works are cracked. And she'll say, okay, what's your address? What's your phone number? She calls our order corrections line. They UPS the pieces to the customer right away.
See how easy that is?
Just so you know, Nicole, Emily used to work for a different company with home sale kind of stuff, and returns was an unhappy situation. So,
But yeah, it's stress-free. They just need to find a rep. So always say at your parties, keep my name and number handy, because with your purchase tonight, you've got that unconditional lifetime warranty. Okay. All right. Who would like to share theirs?
I can share.
Okay.
I've been sitting here, you know, I was straight across from this book, so I don't have my glasses on, so I couldn't really read it, but I
Okay.
kept looking at it, it's so visually appealing, you
Yeah.
know, but anyway, and I like books, but this is really fun. It says it's from age 8 and up, but the whole book is a puzzle, and it's about, it's like written as a diary, somebody who says that they found this pair of unknown animals, but they only had room, they transported, I think, in a hot air balloon, the male, and your job is to find the female and bring it to where they are. But anyway, every page has like a really great picture. They're all really, did you see them? They're wonderful. And then there's like, you know, it gives you the clues, but there's 4 hidden things in the picture, 4 hidden animals or whatever, and then you can decipher the words around the edges. I haven't studied it really, but decipher the words, and that is, you know, further clues are the names of the animals, I think.
So on that top row, what letters are missing? A, B, C.
A, B, C, R.
R. So what would that spell? A, B, C, and R.
Yeah, you might have to decode.
Yes, I don't know.
Maybe you have to
B.
take. Maybe
Crowd.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
A crowd. So
Yes.
somewhere in that picture is a non-evident crab. So any animal that's really clearly you catch right away, it's not one of the hidden ones. So
Right.
you might have to turn the book upside down, just a 90-degree angle. But yeah, you're looking for a crab, and then you do the
And then
next.
you do the next
Yeah.
one. So there's like 4.
4 animals
one
hidden
on
in
each.
there.
One on each of the borders, which is really fun. And then, of course, you get to the end, I'm not sure it tells, I didn't read the ending yet, so.
There's a whole anagram to uncode.
But it says, according to the back, that there are, it's an incredible puzzle with over 100 clues. So I think it's really fun.
How neat.
I know.
Who wrote it? Does
I'll have
it
to
say?
pour over it. I'm sure it does. Devised, written, and illustrated by Paul Adshead. So.
And we
that's
have
pretty
the
familiar.
partner to it on page 60 for the 6-year-old on up is One Odd Owl. So there's 2 in the series. The Puzzle Island for 8 years and up, and then the One Odd Owl is all about counting. So you might enjoy that with your 2-year-old. The reason it's for 6 years and up is just that persistence to stick with trying to find the items on the page.
Yes, very fun.
And that, you know, when I have a mom who says, oh, my child's too old for Discovery Toys, and I said, well, how old are they? 8, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no, there's some really cool things I could show you. Would you be interested? Because so often people think Discovery Toys are just sort of that newborn preschool age, and there's so much great stuff for the older. Yeah, the older.
I'm thinking 50 and up.
Oh yeah, I've had
Ballpark.
Yeah. So that's one of the books in the starter kit, Puzzle Island.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing.
I don't think I'm going to be very helpful with this, but it looks like you do some kind of patterns or stacking with this. There's some little cards that go here, and you practice some simple shapes. So I don't know. I don't honestly quite get exactly what it is, what it'd be for, but it's for a younger one. I was thinking it would be more patterning, maybe like the block student. It looks like it's like the younger
Right.
version
Yeah,
of it, maybe?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for 18 months, we start off for
Yeah.
18-month-olds, but can be used up until about age 7.
Oh, really?
Okay, so what do you think an 18-month-old would do with it?
Well, even just being able to put them inside would be a skill for that age.
See if you can get all 25 to stack.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Now get serious.
There you go.
I was gonna say, I'm sure that's how I would have played with it as a child.
Take them off, put them somewhere else.
Yeah.
You mean on top of each other?
Yeah, you're doing perfect. Because that's what a 18-month-old, after they did what Nicole was saying, was put them in, take
it
them
possible?
out. Put them in,
I
take
feel
them
like I'm
out.
on minute to win it.
Yeah. And what
You're
you're,
gonna decide in rainbow color order.
see there, so rainbow color order or pattern
Shades,
colors,
yeah.
yeah.
See, I would
You've
have
got
done all the squares on the
shades.
bottom because it looks like it would be
That's
more
what I would've
stable.
Ah, there you go.
I'm failing.
So there goes the engineer's
Well, I don't think
mind.
it would have worked either.
Well, and you're not on a flat surface.
Yeah, your
It's like the
knees,
leading
Yeah, that's what it
thighs.
is.
Alright.
But you made some observations as you started building. Look, she went all orange and then all red, and then she was doing all purple. So she could be talking about
And then do
colors.
you flip this over?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But I didn't see rubber bands like in here.
No, I just got a bundle at the dollar store, all the
Okay.
rainbow colored ones.
See,
Yeah,
there's-
Can you show the card?
yeah.
So we
Something
had those in
like
school, the pegboards
Yeah, so
with
they
the
have, you make the shapes with the,
We did too, 5th grade.
you know,
Yeah.
or
Oh,
carrots
very
with the
fun.
number.
Make geometric shapes.
Yeah, my kids would really like that, I think. Or, you know, you practice your angles. So maybe the flip side would be even for older kids too.
yeah, that's more your
Right.
math activities.
Or just to do the patterns, you know, like you might do the patterns up the ways or down the ways or,
Yeah.
Repeating patterns.
And actually, Kelly, you should nab one of your toilet paper rolls. Because
Oh,
this is a new little game. Occupational therapists love